Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to day 5 of the 30-day chatbot challenge. It's awesome. We made it through week 1. I'll start sharing my screen here. So week 1, just a real quick recap. We talked about what an agency is on Monday. We did a quick chatbot using Chatbase. We talked about some free tools we're going to be using. This is Workflowy. And then on day 2, we started talking about niches. Who do you serve? Real estate, solar, charities, travel. We talked about which niches might be better, might be worse, maybe more valuable. And then day 3 and 4, and even today, we're talking about offers. An offer is something that you pitch to the client that is more than just one simple product. It's your product plus a whole offer stack, which we talked about. We talked about the value ladder, your low end free or very low ticket item, your free chatbot homepage embeddable widget that you can do in Chatbase for almost free. That's a great lead magnet, a PDF file, a calculator. I showed you my database reactivation calculator. And then once you're in your system, you're upselling them using traditional marketing methods, which we'll go over in week 3 or 4 of how to drive them into upsell them to your higher ticket conversational AI products. We talked about how to kind of, use ChatGPT to help us with research into the niche, and also how to make an offer. Yesterday, we got deeper into offers. We were going over a simple offer, which is a tiny offer, just a simple bot install, maybe database reactivation. And then we started doing live builds for people in the group. Yesterday, we started working on the travel bot for Luigi. And I kind of want to continue with that today and then close out this week with just finishing up offers, going around the group, maybe helping someone else's offer. This document here that is attached that you all have access to is a living document. And let me zoom in a bit. This is going to be a living document. You guys all have access to this. This is actually pretty valuable. I'm just going to keep filling this whole thing up with different bots, different offer stacks, different ways to charge for it, different freebies you can give them. They're all kind of a mix and match. You'll notice as you go through these, and this list gets bigger and bigger. They're all just a mix and match and all different techniques to offer a really valuable offer stack that's totally compelling and is valuable for you. So I'd like to, Luigi, are you on the call actually, or is this your Firefly? No, it's just his Firefly. Well, I'll pretend I'm talking to Luigi. So yesterday we started talking about his travel bot, and we were looking this as a straight up pay for appointment, booked appointment angle. Not an angle, but it's how you're marketing this. You're paying for booked appointments. And he said he's willing to sell 5 appointments per month. He had his reasons why he wanted to limit it to 5 appointments per month. He thinks they're worth about $250 per booked appointment, which is a great money. That's like solar money. So that's a value of $1,250. He can't sell this. I realized this last night. He can't sell this product for more than that because he's selling it on, he's selling it on a per appointment basis. So he can only sell this package at $1,250, even with all these sweeteners and stuff, because he only wants to sell them 5 appointments. But this is his first offer, and this will only grow as he can fulfill the offer and make it better. But again, this is a pure appointment play, and you can only charge based on how much appointments are. Right. Yep. Any questions? Someone big question? No. Okay. So what I want to do is I'd like to do another offer build with someone in the group who is working on a bot, wants to work on a bot, trying to come up with an offer for their agency or their niche, and together come up with another offer stack. Maybe do a couple of those today, just because I think it's one of the most important things of this whole course, hey, Luigi, is learning how to make a conversational AI offer using techniques we've learned from Russell Brunson and those guys, with offer stacking and freebies and all this stuff. So it's not like anything, it's not like a new technique, but it is a new niche that or it's not a new niche, it's a new product we're offering. Okay. So Luigi, I'm just talking about here with your travel bot, you can catch up, but I realized you can't charge more than $1,250 because you're only paying for booked appointments. They're only paying for booked appointments, right? So if you're only going to give them 5, you can't really charge more than that, at least initially. But that's okay.
Well, and that's why I came up with the idea of the 50% there, because I'm like, hey, I think we're gonna get 5, but if it's 20, then you adjust it there. But I don't know. It's kind of like we said before, it's all new, so we don't know.
Yeah, and we talked about if you don't have an agency yet and you're just getting into conversational AI, give your first bot away. I did. You kind of have to, because a lot of people don't know what it is. They may not believe in you. And frankly, if you've never released a real bot for money, you may be a little hesitant to, I'll do it for this much and it's going to be awesome, because bots never, they take a lot of testing and whatnot. And it's a learning experience for you and the client. I'm realizing whenever you talk to a client on a bot install, their mind's blown by what CloseBot does. So that's really fun to watch. But if you've never done it before, you might want to give away your first bot. I think, and also you can give away. Remember, we built the chat-based bot. That was nothing. That takes 15 minutes and it's almost free. You can give those away too, right? There's lots of ways to get them in. So I'd like to work on another offer. Does anyone have an offer they'd like to build today?
Yeah, I do.
What do you want to build?
Let's go with some kind of motivational aspirations for
Yes,
follow-up, something like that.
sure. I love that. Aspiration bot. An aspirations bot. Awesome. Okay, let's do it.
So I built something very similar to this about 6 months ago for women that were having trouble emotionally after pregnancy for like postpartum, and it worked out really well. My wife just had a baby about 1.5 years ago, and she was kind of going through some stuff. And so I built this inside of Go High Level through workflows and then added AI to it. And then she started reaching out to her group that she was involved with, and there was a lot of women out there that needed something like this, some kind of motivational treatment at the beginning or the end of the day to, get their mind right.
That's
And
cool.
you can go into this with coaching platforms or anything else like that to keep your mind on a steady path, kind of I don't know how you'd say it. If you can add goals behind it. Say, hey, what are you supposed to be accomplishing today, and different things like that. I mean, you can go any number of different ways with this.
That's really cool. That's a very cool use for a bot that I don't see anyone else doing yet. Really cool. Okay, so your audience is women with postpartum depression, or is
Yeah,
it larger than that?
Yeah, it could be anything. We can stick with that if you want.
Okay, so that's a niche. Like that's you're definitely targeting, and you can set yourself apart. Obviously, talked about really having a narrow niche can be better for you. It's gonna be harder to make a ton of money initially, but you could be the expert, which you can't do in a huge niche. You can, but it's not easy. Okay, so there's our audience. So what is the goal? What is the bot goal? What is the goal of this product? To provide daily affirmations and encouragement.
Yeah, encouragement. And then how I had it set up before was it was based off a different thing. So kind of like we've done with the self-selling bot, we can basically have them fill their own affirmations they're needing help with, whether it's diet and exercise, mental health, just being aware of their self and their surroundings and kind of what their needs and wants are, and letting them know that it's kind of okay to feel these ways and it's natural. There's all kinds of different ways you can go about this.
Cool. So that's cool, because then you're saying that you're going to be marketing using traditional marketing techniques, and you're going to get them into your bot by having them do a mobile form or a web form, and then that'll trigger the bot.
Yeah, pretty much. And then to say, if you need something else like this in your life, get a hold of me and we'd be glad to help.
That's great, because a lot of people ask, how do I get people into my bot? And if you already have a vision for how you want to provide a service that's the bot is just adding to, and you're kind of looking at it as a value add to something you're already working on, that's a really good use too. Awesome. So there's our goal. I want to make sure we're doing this right. Okay. So what's the value? How do you charge? How do you go about? I don't know how you charge for this. Is it a membership fee? Is it a monthly membership? Is it a one-time? Is it a?
Yeah, I mean, you can do a monthly. So your cost on this monthly, out of the run cost is probably 68 cents a month on what ChatGPT would cost.
No, what does it cost the customer? What would, if I wanted to use this service, what would you want to charge? What are you going to charge me?
That's what I'm saying. This is the initiation point to get them in the door to having more. And then if you're in the health and fitness industry or something else, this bumps into your like
Got it.
next to help them out.
So this is like more of a
You-
lead magnet and customer acquisition tool.
Yeah, so you could
Awesome.
actually set this up to where it's like, hey, for $10 a month, we're gonna set this up for you and send you daily affirmations to help your mind track go in. And then as you're doing this, you can send them marketing material for health and fitness, mind, body, and soul,
Nice.
and all kinds of things.
So are you going to make this as something that you're going to offer other agencies essentially or other people to use? You're not, is that where you're going with this?
I just thought of it as we spoke, so this is just something that I just came up with.
Okay. So, all right. So the audience of the bot is women, but that's that there's really two audiences. The people using the bot are going to be women. The people owning the bot and having the bot are going to be business owners. Yes.
Actually, yeah, it could work both ways. So you could build the bot for their client to use, but you market it to the business owner, health and fitness, mind, body, and soul people, everything else like that.
Okay. Cool. I just want to put that in here because this is really unique. So the niche is health and fitness
And
and
very
wellness.
I would say health and wellness. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Not fitness. Okay. Great. Huge. So there's three. If everyone doesn't know, there's three huge worldwide niches that are always good: health, wealth, and happiness. Are those the three? If you can have a product that makes someone happier, richer, or healthier, good. So in our case, what do our bots do? They make you richer. That's the goal of us, is to make money from our bots. And it also helps our clients make money. But in this case, it's actually providing a really interesting, useful service to society. I mean, this is a cool use of a bot that's not just, for pure capitalism's sake, which I think it is. I mean, I get the play where you want them to do the upsell, but I also like it's a tool you just would offer, because chatbots are a great way to provide almost therapy, right? So you have two audiences. So this is a B2B play. It's two plays. This is a B2B play and B2C. Well, no, this is a B2B play, and here's why. You're offering
you're selling them this service.
Yeah, so this is a B2B play, niche health and wellness providers. And then, so that is actually your niche. So that's where you're going to be selling to.
Mhm.
And then yeah. Awesome.
You got it. The audience is you can play it however you want to. The audience could be postpartum women.
This is just your first audience. This is just one use of your bot. So this is where we're because it seems like you could have other use cases for this, diet and exercise, all sorts of things.
You could, by simply changing just a few things in here.
Yeah, right. So let's say your initial audience, for purposes of you getting this off the ground, and maybe we'll make demos and things geared. You're already doing it, right? So you're working towards this awesome demo here that you'll pitch, is what I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome demo he's got. I mean, honestly, everyone loved it. All right. So this is really a cheap lead magnet offer to drive traffic to other services and get in clients for your SMA.
Thanks for watching, Matt.
Welcome.
Okay, cool. So this isn't really it isn't the offer. This is the product. It is a cheap lead magnet meant to drive traffic to other services. Okay. All right. So we're not going to get into the offer stack yet, because this is an interesting conversational AI. So you're saying that it costs you 68 cents a day?
A month to send these messages out. This is what, so I've done this for 6 months already with other people. And I did this for free as a service for my wife. But literally it's 68 cents a month per person sending these messages out using ChatGPT.
Every day, one message?
No, a month.
How many messages is that a month?
That's one every day.
Wow. Cool. And I don't know I think I put it in the group somewhere, but I'm going to also post how you can get $2,500 in OpenAI credits. They don't love agencies applying, but if you can, a health and wellness business, they might like that. You may be able to get free OpenAI credits to really give this away initially. I'll post that again. So your cost to you is cheap. What would you charge? Well, I mean, are you good? So you're debating.
So as the B2B play, I would say that you could charge, hey, I will give this to you for unlimited clients. We'll service this for you at $2.99 a month, right?
Okay.
And then at $2.99 a month, your average cost, you could either use their ChatGPT or yours. The cost is so minimal that I don't pass on that to the client. I just worry about that on my end. I structure it on the front end to where it takes care of everything.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely should try to apply for that OpenAI credits from Google. I mean, from Microsoft. This is a neat service. Okay, so you think you can get
$2.99 a month on this automatically, and then if they want to go for the opt-in service, we could totally like automate the whole back end of their business to where they're totally like going in and doing follow-up with the clients and help them even further. But like the bot side, I would say $2.99 a month is probably what you would start with. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that you think you can get people to spend $600 a month with I'm going to just this plus thing here is plus follow up, nurture, etc. And you handle all that. So it's a marketing play. So you think that you can get $600 a month per client for something like this?
On the B2B or B2C, what would they sell
B2B.
for?
B2B. No, yeah, we're not talking about how much.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to get a client and they'll have to pay you either $2.99 a month or $2.99 a month, and I'm assuming this $2.99 a month is with your SaaS.
Yeah.
Right?
So the way we've looked at things doing it from the closer perspective. We basically bring it to a close and have them reap the benefits of it. And by doing so, we take the value of what their client would be, and we take about 20% off of it, and that's our fee.
Okay, so you're also doing a back end deal.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
you could do a small monthly plus 20% on what they have, and you can base that off the usage. So you can do it in a number of different ways.
So that's a 20% rev share?
Yeah.
Okay, that's also a great way to do this.
So instead of them paying for ads or anything else, we run the cheap ads at $1 or $2 a lead hit on there. And then we mark the upsell on there. So if they're bringing in clients and they're attracting them at roughly $10 for this, but they're upselling them and they're making, $1,200, $1,900, $2,000, that's a 20% on that $2,400 a month.
Someone mute real quick.
James.
So you're going to offer free lead gen. You're going to pay for the lead gen, or you're marking up the lead gen?
No, it'd be paid lead gen.
Okay, free lead gen. And do these clients tend to have their own CRMs, or is this the service they're going to want from you as well? Is that your goal, to get them in your
unless they're in that niche already, very specifically, like a lot of people are in the GHL community in the health and fitness, but a lot of them won't have their CRM already in play. And if they do, then who cares? We can integrate.
And you want it's free SaaS if they want. Right?
Yeah,
is it a free SaaS?
It'd be limited features, so you're upselling them along the way if they need it.
Free SaaS with limited features. Okay, and then you're going to upsell them to get more.
Yeah.
Okay. What other things can you sweeten the deal with? Free app, free mobile app, free. You say you're going to pay for the AI and the SMS for them out of that? Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be SMS. So you market it through social, because they're already using Facebook anyway. So you're doing everything from Messenger.
Free AI credits. Do you offer any training, any Loom videos or anything?
It'll be done for you.
Okay. DF. Okay. So this is a DF done for you B2B.
Yeah. So basically, they'll just reap in all the appointments and upsells, and then we get 20% of the upsell.
I love that. So Revenue share. So this rev share play is a really good thing. If you can do rev share with a client, that's amazing. Obviously, you have to I think that it sounds like you have a way to monitor what their revenue is so you can properly share it with them with reporting and stuff. The only, revenue share is amazing if you can get it, especially with database reactivations, because, you can do those for free and do a rev share deal. But there's huge upside to this. But again, you just need to make sure that the reporting is accurate and, not saying anything going to happen, but as anyone knows, when you get in a business with someone else and start sharing rev based on their sales, things can get a little bit dicey.
The trick is to keep them happy.
Yeah, you got to keep them happy, and there's a lot of trust involved. You're trusting that they're being honest with you, and you may have better numbers than they do. So it's a cool thing to be able to offer, but it's more of an advanced way to make money. But if you can do rev shares, that's amazing. Okay. Let's see here. So what's your risk reversal on this? What's your guarantee?
So the guarantee is we can say you throw out a number. So if they're doing it at $299 a month, and we'll give them so a setup fee of.
You have a setup fee.
Let's do a setup fee of $14.99 for a setup fee.
Okay, one sec. 1,499.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a really great way to do that. He's doing is a really expensive setup fee, because that's where your expertise comes in and setting it up. And then it's not like you're doing a monthly large ticket item to you. $300 a month is not that much money. $1,400 a month would be a lot. So I like charging a lot to do the setup and then just backing off and letting them, come to me later if they need help. Okay, yeah, so exactly. You're going to charge $14.95, you said?
Yeah, $14.95.
That's great. I'm charging
all this up as we go. So
no, me too. Everyone is. That's the beauty of this. We're all making stuff up as we go. This is a brand new industry. And that's interesting. That's a lot of money for setup. I mean, I don't charge that much for setup, at least for certain clients. But for other clients, that's cheap probably. I mean, if they're a business and they're an ongoing concern, they're doing $1 million in revenue, that's not a lot of money, and you're providing a lot of value with that. Are you going to be providing any access to you, Slack access or anything like that if they're a client of yours?
Yeah, so they'll have a Slack channel access, which we have set up already.
So free Slack.
And we can also offer content as far as what their content, what they need. So if they need ebooks or whatever else, we can offer all that. I mean, that's all
free. Is this free stuff?
I mean, it can be part of the program. We give them, say, 3 ebooks they can hand out to their clients.
Okay, free ebooks. I mean, everything, nothing's free because they paid for it, but it looks awesome. Okay,
right.
So you got a nice offer stack going here. And then free Slack access. Okay, so what's your guarantee? If I'm going to give you this money and do a rev share, or if I'm that type of client, how are you guaranteeing? What kind of guarantee are you giving me?
Let's give them a guarantee of 20 booked appointments.
Per month?
Per month.
Or we keep running your campaign until you do?
Yep.
Yeah. Never.
You're really They're not paying for ads. Yep. All we're doing is getting a system that's pretty much going to be booking for them at $300 a month plus $1,500 for setup.
Okay. So the total cost. So it's a monthly fee. So it's a monthly fee of $600 and a one-time fee of $1,400.
No,
you waive the first
monthly of $300.
Yeah. Okay.
Monthly of $300 and a one-time setup of the $1,495.
What about this $300 thing you were talking about for the follow-up as an upsell? That's the upsell.
Yeah, you could do that as an upsell. So we could actually integrate them into a whole other system where they can actually tie their social and everything else into it, but just like the AI. So you've got I guess the upsell would be another $300.
Okay, I just put upsell here so we know. So setup, you can't do setup. So this is a one-time fee. So you want to charge, so you think that you can get, well, I'm not going to put the price in there. I mean, there's your price. So you're going to charge, that's not outrageous at all. Like I said, I've been learning from other people that do SMA. $3,000 a month is like, it's not a crazy number. It's enough to feel worthwhile for you to do the work. It makes everyone happy. You can prove yourself and you're going to be able to eat. You know what I mean?
Right.
If if you do a bot install for a one-time fee and you're done, it's an hour, great. You can charge a lot of money per hour. But this fee, you know, you got to make sure that yeah.
So here's how we look at it is as far as structuring the deal structure that way. We always recommend as far as scaling a business, you always put 20% towards marketing no matter what. It keeps your business growing, right? Another 20% goes to the business. Everything else goes to running capital. If you have anything left over, you should put that back into marketing. So by taking 20% of their revenue, by us doing all the work for them, we're literally taking all the stress, all the headache, all the thinking off of it, and they're getting what they want as the bookings every single month.
The great way to pitch it, guys, is give them an irresistible offer. Make it something they can't refuse. It seems so cheap to them and so easy for them that why would they say no? It sounds like, I mean, this is a really interesting offer to me. I've never seen anything like it. There's so much, and not only that, I mean, you could theoretically do an affiliate play if you're texting out every single day to women with, at least in this audience, with postpartum depression. I mean, there's products and services and books and definitely lots of interesting angles. I'm really excited to see how this works out. Everyone was like, wow, that's so cool. So I'm really curious to see how it works. But again, the one-time setup fee angle is a great angle because they don't know how to set it up. And that's the expertise. And it isn't necessarily, you have to tell them how they're going to market it. You have to tell them how they're going to do this and do that. It's just you're making it work. And there's testing in here. If I charge a large setup fee, just be aware that means you probably also have to do a lot of testing on your own. I sometimes charge a smaller setup fee and leave the onus of the testing to the client. And that gives me there's two advantages to that, I find, maybe three. One is you don't have to do the testing because a lot of you are learning making the bot can actually be pretty simple sometimes. That's why we love CloseBot so much. It's the testing of the bot that takes, and especially if it's your bot, you're going to test it again and again and again. And every little thing you're tweaking. So take that into account. It's not just you setting it up. If you're good at Go High Level and good at CloseBot, you could get something integrated in minutes. It's the testing that's a challenge. So with a high price, I do that. So it comes with testing. And we're going to talk about that later when we start making bots and stuff is the testing of your bot. And this is something that is a great value add because the clients I'm working with and I'm helping them install their bot. They want to know how to do it. These clients may not want to know how to do anything. They just want the booked appointments, right? Yeah, so you got to do all the testing for them. They don't want to test anything. And this, so you can get into big trouble if you charge like $300 a month or a no install fee. If he just went on this, free install or something, he could have spent 20 or 30 hours testing a bot. Literally all weekend. I see people testing bots all weekend because it takes 3 minutes maybe to go through a whole workflow. Then you got to do it again. You got to do it again. So, I'm going to keep hammering this down is make sure that you don't over promise because it is time consuming. And I love the fact that he's just charging a large, I'm going to even put a nice setup plus a nice setup fee. Because imagine you get like three of these. Yeah, you get one of these a week and then some recurring revenue. You do it again next month. You do it. I mean, that's a business. That's a great business right there. And then look at the rev share. I mean, the sky's the limit. It's going to be a pure sales play and who he talks to and getting the bot out there. But I mean, if he's giving this away and there's so many angles, we can talk about later when we talk about selling the bots for something like this. And look at all the awesome free stuff it comes with. Again, this is most of the free stuff that every bot that I'm showing off here comes with, other than he has free ebooks. So he's providing free content to his clients to offer their clients. Yes. Yeah. So
completely
it's just more free stuff, there's a couple guys out there you may have seen the GHL game, like Gustin's son. Anyone ever see Gustin in the Go High Level group, ClickFunnels? He gives away everything. I'm trying to give away everything too. So the more you can give away, the more your clients want to work with you. And it's a win-win for everyone. And it helps you understand and, the market. And it's a service you can provide. I mean, people don't want it. People do not make content. Your job as a social media marketer is to know how to do all these different things. If you're using Go High Level, and I think most of the people in this class are using Go High Level, it can do so many things, but you have to feed it, right? So this allows you to help them feed their marketing engine. So this is a social media marketing play with a bot and upsells. I mean, you can tell he's really thought about how to provide an aspirational bot, which is aspiring for me. So thank you. I'd like to maybe move on to another offer if we could. Is this helpful at all with maybe coming up with an offer for an aspirations bot?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. And again, as you go through this, I'm just coming up with a reasonable price where I know I'm going to make some money, right? This is my real estate bot. There's some setup fees going on here. I've got different bots, and this is all with our CloseBot package and our Go High Level package. I'm using the high level packages, by the way. When we do this, we're going to start with maybe the one bot, and then maybe go to the 3 bot, and then there's the unlimited bot. If you are a true agency, you're going to need the unlimited bot package. Yeah, you do, but you could definitely start out with the 3. You need a bot for yourself and maybe 2 bots to give away. So when we go into that in like week 3, maybe the end of next week, we'll discuss that. So again, we talked about solar again. We're just adding all these awesome freebies. Most of these have this free lead gen component. Most of these offers free lead gen. That's amazing. But again, we talked about that you can get into trouble with free lead gen, especially with this guarantee. We guarantee these many appointments, but you know what? When you first start out, it's the name of the game. You're not going to know the proper numbers. You're not going to know the best markets. Maybe they're in a state or in a city that isn't profitable, and you still want to fulfill your guarantee. So, be prepared to make a lot of profit on your clients, and a few clients you may eat it a bit just to make everyone happy and make your guarantee work well and to provide a good reputation. Okay. So Tony, who else is on this call? Anyone want to talk about, Tony, you had a charity bot idea. Anyone else want to go over another bot offer?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I wasn't sure. I'm kind of on the move today. Hey, yeah, but I had a charity that he wanted a website, and the website was pretty decent. They didn't have anything, and they wanted to collect donations there. So I was just trying to figure out like what would be a good offer, something that didn't kill them. But I got a little impatient and I offered the website. I offered the website the after she saw it, she loved it. Offered it for $1,500,
Okay.
and she
That's
was
good
like,
money.
yeah, but she was like, yeah, I can't do that right now.
She couldn't afford it, right? Because it's a charity.
Yeah, and then I offered to split it up into payments and stuff, but she was like, no, thank you. But I should have had I had a pretty good offer though. I mean, it didn't include the bot or anything because I didn't want to kill her with that, but uh just had the free CRM, monthly maintenance on the website, any changes, then the ability to collect the donations, connect her, um, get her domain, connected, hosting her, get the whole setup and everything, and then the mobile app as well. And I think that was it. Oh, and a QR code as
QR
well
code.
for her to be able to collect donations a little easier, because that was one concern that she had. But
So what are you charging her for this? Is it you charge her $1,500 one time for the website, and then you gave her all this other stuff for free, or are you charging
no,
her monthly?
no, the monthly maintenance and everything was going to be 97.
Okay. So let's talk about charities.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting the feeling here that you can't charge a charity a lot of money. You can't do a rev share with a charity. But what you can do is write off your work for a charity. So maybe this is a tax write-off play for you to get your name out there, and you give them a free charity bot. And you could say powered by your agency down there at the bottom.
Oh, true facts.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is
Yeah.
giveaway. I would, and then what are the advantages? You're going to recognition,
Hmm.
recognition, is that right? Yeah, recognition, tax write-off. Now, obviously, be careful with the tax write-off, but if you're doing a free work for a charity,
Yeah.
I mean, Why isn't this $3,000? You know what I mean? They don't have to pay any money. It's up to you and your
Exactly.
accountant. It's up to you and your accountant what the tax write-off is here.
Yeah.
And then once you get, so giveaway, I would probably give these away to start, like one charity, because you can write it off, tax write-off, recognition, and lead gen for you.
Yeah,
Because you're going to
that looks good.
brand, you're going to brand the widget. So I was thinking the delivery on this, if you're doing a free play, like I wouldn't, the website, that's good money for a website, $1,500. I mean, that's good money, but a lot of people don't make websites, but it is a good way to get them in your CRM. So the free CRM, would you offer a free client a free CRM? I would if they're a charity, because you could also write that off too.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Honestly,
cost
I mean,
anything.
I'm no accountant, but I know that my mom she writes off so many charitable things. She's a therapist. She does this. She writes it off. She has a meeting about this. She writes it off, and it
Yeah.
works really well. But you have to have an accountant, obviously. But maybe the play here is, and it makes you look good.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do a partnership.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Maybe you could do a partnership. And the reason I like the delivery as a chat widget, an embeddable chat widget, is that it's easy for you to do. You didn't have to theoretically make them a website. This, like, if you can do that, if you could figure out a way to do that with like Chatbase, then you could
Yeah,
give these away
exactly.
left and right.
Yeah, that's true.
You can be giving these away left and right. So maybe this is a Chatbase. Cheap, easy, fast.
Yep.
So if you want to get into this market, you could make one in a few minutes that all it does is try to get their email. You saw how chat-based work is very simple, but it is lead gen.
Yeah.
Maybe offer your first client, I'll do your website for $1,500, then it comes with a free widget, free donation widget, or something.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of ways to skin this cat here. I think that this is an interesting way, but again, interesting, but talk to an accountant. Because if you want to make $5,000 off of a client in a year, and you're working with a charity all year, and if you keep records, you could write that off. So I'm not telling everyone to start making free charity bots, but I think it's good for the soul. I think it's good for the soul, right? We love this AI stuff. It's blowing our minds away. We know how powerful it is. Why not offer it? I think I might do this, offer it to like my temple or something, because it looks good. I just think this is a neat way to do it. I think the Aspirations bot and the charity bot are two uses of a chat bot that are fun, cool, new, and helpful to everybody. It's not, you're not trying to make them think you're a person to do things. So I like things that are honorable, and I think this is an honorable use of chatbots. Because a lot of people don't think they're good in terms of just tricking people. All right.
Yeah.
So this isn't much of an offer, obviously, but I think what we're learning is that with a charity, perhaps this is best as a donation from your agency. I'm sure there's ways to make money off of charities make a ton of money, right? So you could charge them money. I'm not saying you can't charge them money, but I guess I don't want to get into how to make a lot of money off of charities. I think it's more interesting to me to figure out how to provide a charitable service where everybody wins. And we'll go back to this, Tony. If you find out more about this, like the fact that a charity is willing to pay $1,500 for a website, that's a lot of money. I mean, I have a lot of people that would laugh at me if I said I'm going to make their website for $1,500, because they'll say, "Oh, I can do it myself. What do I need you for?" Right? So that's awesome that you can get from them. And again, maybe you could get a lot of charity websites as your niche, and you're giving away this donation widget because no one else is doing it. Now you have a unique offer, maybe a package offer.
Yeah.
Just for charities, and that is your niche. And you could still, this is still money here, right? The donation widget. But if you're the charity guy in your area, again, it's a great way for you to put yourself out there, because you can give these away for free. You can almost talk to at your temple or at your church or whatever, and try to build a business off of charities by being charitable. I think this is a neat use case.
Yeah. Okay. That's a cool way of looking at it.
Awesome. Any comments? Anyone want to chime in here on a charity bot? No? Okay. I think we have time for one more. I'd like to do one more. We got about 20 minutes here. I'd like to do one more. A database reactivation bot. Okay. And the reason why is because it is one of the offers I'm working on. And I know that it's an upsell database reactivation bot. And I know that it's, we talked about my win back, this calculator thing here. Let's see, let me just find this win back challenge landing page. Where is that thing? Sorry. Win back. Okay, I'll just use this one. Yeah, so this is what I modeled to make my customer win back challenge. Don't think I'm special or smart, please. This guy, he had a nice course. Sure, I do this real quick. So this guy had a really nice course for database reactivations. We talked a little bit about this cool calculator I made. All right, so let's say that we're offering a database reactivation. Okay, we know that we have a cool calculator that we talked about where we can show the customer how much money you could make. This would obviously be a small customer. So this guy is selling his database reactivation for $500 a month. It's good money, especially once you set it up and it's kind of on repeat. So he teaches like, do like 8 to 9 a day. He's all sorts of neat techniques that I've learned to do these database reactivations. And he's charging good money for it because one service that he offers, we talked about this the other day, is he's offering an audit. And I've never heard of this. Like, oh, you got a list? Yes, give me the list. That's great. But if you help them gather their list, especially folks that we talked about, like with point of sale systems or QuickBooks, contacts that are not in Go High Level. I'm sure there's lots of your clients. They didn't think about clients in their other CRMs or in their other tools they use. If you could offer as part of your setup for this to do a free audit, that's your free giveaway, right? That you could advertise that, free audit with the database reactivation. You could advertise that. It's a neat thing to be able to get your foot in the door. And it's a nice service to offer because a lot of people don't do this when they do a database reactivation. So database reactivation, I think everyone here knows that you're just taking a list of their existing list and you're hitting it up with a new offer. So how would we, in 10 minutes, let's come up with a database reactivation bot. And let's say that we already know that we're offering this bot for $4.99 a month because that is what the market seems to be willing to bear for a database reactivation. And we're going to give them a free bot, essentially. So we're doing a database reactivation, plus I'm going to take the bot off. So this offer here is we're going to do database reactivation plus free audit, free bot, free chatbot. Well, I'm going to change this because a chatbot in my mind is the little widget that someone's talking to. But in this case, we're going to trigger the bot conversationally with an email or a text message, right? So I prefer to call this, we're not providing a widget on their site. There's no form. It's all going to be through this conversational AI. And this is CloseBot, obviously. So you're charging $4.99 a month. You charge $4.99 a month. I think it's what I would charge too for this service. Because if you look at this calculator, I mean, could be a no-brainer. I mean, it's almost a no-brainer sell, hard to say no, especially if they have higher ticket items. This is a cheap ticket item. I mean, they're selling it a lot per year, but even at, once a year is still a lot. And again, you're seeing this because this is as if you went through the whole database in 1 year. That's why these numbers look like they do. Okay. And I'll show you guys how to make this calculator later when we make DBR pages. There's a trick to do it. He's using some service. So it's easy. All right. So database reactivation, $4.99 a month. You're going to do a free audit to build their list. You're going to do free conversational AI. You're going to provide a free app, free mobile app. They're obviously using Go High Level for this. So this would be free CRM, right? I mean, that's a lot of money for anyone to charge for their CRM. And you're getting a lot of competition for that, right? So this will be a bonus. Free AI, email, text, whatever channel you're hitting on, you're going to give it to him for free. what else would I want from a database reactivation bot? Okay, so they're gonna get this conversational AI free audit. So basically the deal's this: you're gonna do for $4.99 a month, you're gonna try to hit these numbers for them, and you're gonna do it by giving them a free audit where you're gonna gather the list. And this means, QuickBooks, POS systems, other CRMs, etc. So you're going to help them do this. I don't have a great technique yet for doing this, like how to get into their QuickBooks, how to get into their POS system. So this will be something we have to figure out together over time. But this is a very valuable service to offer them that, for free, because they may not realize how high their list could actually be. So when you first start trying to pitch, you say, oh, I have 500 on my list. Oh, yeah, well, where's your list? Oh, it's in my go high level. Well, what about your other solutions? So make sure you try to build this number up so it looks like, they're hitting a giant list with you, because the numbers look amazing. All right, free conversational AI. So this is going to be your chatbot response bot. Chatbot response workflow. Okay, and then the free mobile app so they can look at the conversations. Without having to get into GHL much. So the free CRM is awesome. The free email text. Okay, so $4.99 a month. That's the offer. And here's all the free stuff we're gonna get with it. I think that this free audit will set you apart with the database reactivation, because like I said, this guy taught me this. This is the first time I've heard of the audit. And it seemed like, oh wow, what a cool freebie to offer. What's a cool thing that I couldn't do as a business owner, maybe, because I'll need some help with that. We're gonna offer chat, we're gonna offer CloseBot. So you sell 2 clients on a database reactivation, you just paid for your CloseBot and your go high level every month. So that's one way I look at that. Yeah.
Josh, couldn't you sweeten this up a little bit better and do
Sure.
a $4.99 setup fee?
Yes.
With
Good
a
point.
14-day free trial, that would give you $1,000 within 14 days.
I love it. Say it again.
So $4.99 setup fee.
Okay.
With a 14-day free trial while the setup's being done. And then their monthly charge will start after the 14 days. So essentially you're making $1,000 within 14 days.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So equals.
That's crazy.
Well, that's awesome. Right? So, but let's talk about that with the guarantee. Let's talk about this if you offer a guarantee, because if you are going to offer a trial and a setup fee, what is non-refundable? Is a setup fee non-refundable? To me, it is. I don't return their setup
fee is always non-refundable.
Don't return that fee, folks. So this is a money-back guarantee with a trial. So our risk reversal here. Our risk reversal here is a free 14-day trial. 14-day trial. So if we don't, you'd have to say, try it out for 14 days. If you don't like it, try it out for free, because you are trying it out for free. The setup fee has nothing to do with that, right? So try it out for free for 14 days, or get a complete refund on your, it's not the setup fee. So you want to make sure you want to make it clear to them what they're getting with the refund for. Try it for free for 4 days, or get a complete refund on your.
Don't offer a refund.
Yeah, or cancel. Yeah, offer free for 14 days. Or cancel with no obligation. Don't have to pay you monthly anymore.
Yeah, so the trick is, so the way refunds should work is they need to have the opportunity to give whatever you're giving them an actual try. If they're canceling within the first 14 days, all they're really doing is stealing your labor. And so the way I look at that is, if you give them a 14-day free trial and you're not getting anything up front for it, or if you are, and you give them that money back, essentially you worked for negative whatever that was, right? And so you don't ever want to do that on the 14-day free trial. If they gave you a a setup fee. The setup fee is yours. That's your time value, right? And then going on from there, that's their commitment to you to use what you set up for them.
Who's talking right now? I can't see anyone's lips moving. Is that you, Justin?
It is, yes.
Okay, is that not you really up there? Is that like a trick?
It's
That's a trick, dude. I love it. I thought you were there. Wow. Okay, yeah. So he's obviously advanced, and he's talking about. Yeah, so you can tell he's got clients. He's been doing this for a while. He understands the concept of no money back, because, like he said, you could really get screwed. The only one getting screwed over with a money back offer is you, really, because especially if you're new to it, you're doing free work, a free audit, all this stuff. You got to be careful. So, but initially, you want to make a name for yourself, right? And it's all about your reputation. So the more you make your client happy, and the more they talk about you for, in a good way, even if they didn't use the bot, but you gave them their money back, that's definitely the best way to go. So thanks, Justin. I really appreciate your help on this one. And this is a great way to do it. And also, theoretically, if they want to use your CRM, if they don't have anything, you could offer, they'll still get that free 14-day go high level trial. So it's almost a no-brainer for them. And if they stay with you, it's just money, and it's money in the bank. Right, you're giving the free CRM plus all the tools, right? Like, there's a couple ways you could do this. You can, for this much money, that's like a high level SaaS cost. Like, that's a high package, right? So you turn everything on, and they're going to say, come back to you, be like, oh, cool. Like, how do you do this social media planner? What's reputation management about, right? So, and a lot of these other offers, I'm just giving them those features and helping them do it because I'm charging them a lot of money. But you can also go this angle and just offer them as tools. And if they want your help, charge them an hourly rate. There's lots of ways to upsell them on more services. But again, if they're willing to pay you this much a month, and maybe if it's some simple help they need, you may want to do this for free. You'll figure that out as you have either start your agency, or as once your agency is an ongoing concern, what makes the most sense for you, what's the most cost effective for you, and what is the best use of your time.
So I've got one more thing for you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So if you're just starting off and these are your first clients to use, you can say, hey, I need 5 people to beta test this reactivation campaign. And here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to let you use what I've set up for you for an entire month. And at the end of that month, if you like it and you want to proceed further, I'm requesting that you pay me X amount of money, say $1,000. And then every month after that will be $4.99 for every month you want to continue service.
For 30 days. Yeah. So this is an amazing risk reversal. So you're going to give it to them free for 30 days, or they only pay if they've been successful in 30 days?
So the way I've done it is in current clients, I've installed AI into their business, and I don't charge them. I don't send them an invoice, don't send them nothing. Come 30 days, I say, hey, how you liking it so far? Well, great. Well, here's your $350 setup, and this is your $99 a month.
So they're only paying you if they like it, and you just kind of eat it if they don't?
They don't not like it. How do they not like it? Good
point. So he's so confident in AI, conversational AI, and his ability to pitch the client that he's willing to do this type of offer. So if once you guys are good enough, and maybe a lot of you are right now, do this. I mean, like you said, everyone likes his bot. Maybe 1 in 5 won't like it, but it's a numbers game. I mean, if 4 people liked it and 1 didn't, what's the difference in you paying for advertising? Or it's just a different way to get people to use your bot. As we've been talking about, a lot of people are really loving this. Try it for free. First 5 people. This is also a scarcity thing here, right?
Make sure you're working with qualified people too. So if someone's coming in, they don't have any revenue coming in, they don't have any clients, and you're giving them this product, you're just wasting your time. So definitely qualify the people you're going to work with. Make sure they have the future revenue facing forward. Make sure they have clients coming in. Make sure they have a database to choose from and things like that. If they qualify, then you're going to do this for them. And then after that, they're going to pay because they like it. They love it.
Yep. This calculator is a good way to, in real time, see what they, talk about the size of their list, talk about their products. So I'll show you guys how to do this later. Thanks a lot, Justin, for that. That was really valuable. I'll clean this up too as I work on this stuff, folks. Okay, awesome. Well, we are done with the week. So just recap. Today we did a travel bot, we did a charity bot, and we did a DBR bot. Awesome. So again, here's the example. So your homework for this weekend is just to finish your niche selection and offer creation. Okay. The next class will be Monday. And well, we're going to be setting up our agency. So I was going to do branding today to make our fun logo, come up with a name, all that fun stuff that comes with making your agency. We're going to start that on Monday. So by the end of next week, you'll have your go high level set up. You'll have your demo bot underway. I can't promise we'll get it all set up in the first week. That's the goal for next week, is to set up the agency. Any questions, comments, thoughts, suggestions?
Do we have access to the Google Sheets?
Yes. So this Google Sheet is in all of the, I put it in all of the, so the examples I put in every day. So Justin, on every day in the class, there's a little notes link. And when these are done, I'll post this as a whole chunk of notes, things like that. You guys are watching this in real time. But yeah, so this example database that we're coming up with, that's a great lead magnet. I mean, people that are doing conversational AI, if they had a list of all the possible bots they could make and how much they could charge for it, come on, that's amazing. So I really appreciate y'all helping with this and being part of this group. I just want to add, we're almost at 100 users. So if you can invite your friends, tell your colleagues, I'd really appreciate it. We could build this group up. And I love the fact that everyone's involved and they're talking and working on stuff. And I love what everyone's doing. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a great weekend.
Hey, you too.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
That was crazy.
Awesome. Bye, everyone.
All right.